Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to start Day 2 of the 2023 National Election Summit, Pagtutulungan sa Makabagong Halalan. Here are the details for the breakout sessions for today. Breakout Session 1, Modernizing Election Training for Teachers as Electoral Board Members, will be conducted at the Leyte Summer Room. Breakout Session 2, Securing Comelec's Enterprise Architecture, will happen here at the Luzon, Mindanao Grand Plaza Ballroom. Breakout Session 3, Pagtutulungan sa Makabagong Halalan. Kaalaman sa halalan, isama sa edukasyon ng kabataan, will be held here at the Luzon, Mindanao Grand Plaza Ballroom. Breakout Session 4, Building the foundation of the general rules governing the automated election system, is scheduled to take place at the Leyte Summer Room. The program is about to begin. We would like to remind everybody to please settle down and to kindly switch your mobile devices to silent mode. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start in a minute. Please settle down. Thank you very much.
Welcome to the 2023 National Election Summit. Pagtutulungan sa makabagong halalan. The program will now officially start.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Commission Anbang with Senior Deputy Executive Secretary Hubert B. Guevara. Together with Chairman George Erwin M. Garcia, the members of the Commission Anbang, Commissioner Socorro B. Inting, Commissioner Marlon S. Casquejo, Commissioner Ray E. Bulay, Commissioner Ernesto Ferdinand P. Maceda Jr., and Commissioner Nelson J. Celis.
Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. We are still under a continuing session. Director Gatdula.
At this juncture, may we call on Commissioner Ernesto Ferdinand P. Maceda Jr., Commissioner in charge of the Task Force Contra Bigay, COMELEC Academy, Committee on the Amendment and Revision of Laws, COMELEC Reports Project, and COMELEC Reorganization and Reclassification Committee to do the introduction of Senior Deputy Executive Secretary Hubert B. Guevara.
Our magnificent guest, my chairman, my brother and sister commissioners, my friends, good morning. The task of introducing our guest and next speaker is a great privilege. Our guest of honor and speaker has vast experience in Philippine elections. He started with NAMFREL as a volunteer during the snap elections, and became a volunteer lawyer for local and national candidates in 1998. In 2010 up to 2016, he coordinated election program development projects for local government candidates and organized voter education programs for election volunteers to understand better the nuances of the automated elections. In 2016, 2019, and 2022 national and local elections, he headed an IT team that conducted source code review and hardware evaluation, including post-election fraud assessment. His expertise is acknowledged by Congress, res ipsa loquitur, given his regular stints as a resource person at hearings on suffrage and electoral reforms, including membership in all imaginable technical working groups. Aside from his election practice, our guest speaker was also a lawyer and manager for Arcan Technologies and legal consultant for San Miguel Corporation, a director of the Enforcement and Prosecution Department of the SEC, a government corporate attorney of the Office of Government Corporate Counsel under Ambassador Manuel Tihanqui. Under our present administration, our guest speaker was initially appointed by President Bongbong Marcos as Assistant Presidential Legal Counsel to Chief Presidential Legal Counsel Juan Ponce Enrile. And after a few months, the President appointed him to his current post as Senior Deputy Executive Secretary. He works with Executive Secretary Lucas P. Bersamin, who, for our own election law purposes, gifted us with cases like Talyado versus Comelec, Duco versus Comelec, Gomez-Castillo versus Comelec, among others, where, speaking for the court, then Chief Justice Lucas P. Bersamin reinforced the importance of deadlines and respect for procedure, aka what self-serving litigants appearing before the COMELEC would dismiss as technical rules. With the Executive Secretary, they sit at the President's wing, wielding enormous power, deciding on what to prioritize. How does one choose, for example, which 30 of the 300 or so daily equally important matters of state will see the President's desk? This is a responsibility that demands tremendous intellectual bandwidth, political maturity, and uncommon valor. Hindi na ito TWG. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in warmly welcoming a mainstay in the efforts to elevate the electoral process and in the commitment to build a better tomorrow for our children, our Senior Executive Deputy Secretary Hubert Dominic B. Guevara.
Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Sa Office of the President, marunong din kaming tumawa. Hindi lahat seryoso. So just to put some light in this morning's session, kanina, while we were in the holding room, I was kidding with the commissioners. Meron dito mga usual suspects. You know, if I recall, short adlib lang po, Commissioner Nelson Celis and I would sit at the back of sessions like this, almost always near the mic, because we want to ask questions to our fellow commissioners. No? So we're the ones you'd see probably standing up and waiting for a turn to hold the mic and ask questions. Now, tables have changed. No? We're now the ones actually being asked questions and being required to respond. So I guess the challenge here is that we should stick with our advocacy. We want a clear, clean elections. And I guess this is the thrust of why we are here right now, to ensure that. First of all, I'd like to congratulate and commend COMELEC Chairman Garcia and the participants involved, as well as the men and women who helped organize this first ever National Election Summit. This summit has been highly anticipated as it provides an excellent platform for a national dialogue to discuss reform proposals and current election-related issues and challenges. Sanay po kami dito ng mga commissioners. Lahat po naman problema, from A to Z, alam po namin yan. At syempre, ang pangako po namin ay tutugunan po namin lahat ng mga challenges at problemang yan. The right to vote is an essential component of democracy. It is often regarded as the ultimate manifestation of the sovereign will of the people. However, the right to vote is not enough on its own. It must be complemented with the ability to meaningfully exercise this right, with access to accurate information and a framework and technology that ensures transparency and accountability. I am confident that this summit will encourage exchanges of ideas as how to incorporate and adopt new technologies for more secure, accessible, and credible elections in the future. As we all know, the Commission on Elections plays a vital role in preserving the democratic process of voting. However, the success of our democracy relies not only on the Commission's actions, but on the cooperation of various stakeholders. Despite the numerous achievements of this Commission in strengthening our democratic exercise, such achievements have still been met with criticism and disagreement. We must keep in mind that we all share the same goal: a fair and honest election. Let me repeat that po. A fair and honest election. We must work together to ensure that every citizen's right to vote is protected and that every vote is counted. As I mentioned earlier, kami nila Commissioner Nelson Celis, Commissioner George Garcia, were always at the back and trying to get the right answers from our previous commissioners. We'd stay 24/7, always, outside of the COMELEC, in the various polling places, under the heat of the sun, even without food, just to ensure that we have a clean and honest elections. Of course, there are varying opinions, no, on the previous elections. But nevertheless, while there are still challenges ahead of us, our task right now is to ensure that all of us here will work together to have a clean and honest elections. In order for the COMELEC to effectively perform its mandate in ensuring free, orderly, honest, and peaceful elections, it needs our support. That's why I call upon our various political parties, civil society organizations, the media, and the citizens at large to assist the Commission in promoting voter education, voter registration, and participation in the electoral process. Democracy is not a one person's job. It is a collective effort. It is a responsibility that we all share. It is our duty as citizens of the Philippines to ensure that our democracy is preserved and strengthened. It might be easy to grow entrenched in one's political convictions and see individuals who have opposing views as enemies. Na-cancel culture na ba kayo? Ako na-cancel culture na ako, ng mga kamag-anak ko. But nevertheless, I think as the days and weeks pass by, we were able to communicate and we were able to understand, even in disagreement, agree to certain positions. I guess that's what we all need right now. An open mind and a means of communicating to those who oppose our views. We need everyone here to understand that there's only one goal: to preserve the democratic right to vote and to ensure that processes are all in place. I urge all of you to put aside differences and work towards a common goal. Let us all work together to bridge any gap that exists between the Commission and its stakeholders. Let us promote cooperation to improve our democratic exercise. Let us all commit to this noble goal and create a culture of progress, unity, and a stronger democracy for the Philippines. Again, I'd like to congratulate COMELEC, the commissioners, and everyone here, ladies and gentlemen, who are involved in this momentous occasion. Thank you and good morning to all. Mabuhay kayong lahat.
Thank you very much. Mabuhay po kayo, Senior Deputy Executive Secretary Hubert B. Guevara. True enough, the right to vote should be complemented with meaningful access. Now, ladies and gentlemen, may we request our honored guest for the photograph opportunity with the Commission and Bank. Now we will proceed to the signing of commitment wall for the 2023 National Election Summit, Pagtutulungan sa Makabagong Halalan. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause. At this juncture, we would also like to acknowledge the presence of our senior citizens party list representative, Congressman Rodolfo M. Ordonez.
Attorney Gabduda, Director Jola, the participants can now proceed to our breakout session 1 for the topic of which is modernizing election training for teachers as electoral board members, and breakout session 2, securing COMELEC enterprise architecture.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. Again, we would like to request our participants to proceed now to the breakout sessions. Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much.